Okay, today is July 17th, and here's a little harvest from the past few days. We're getting ready to slice up this one here, this big rainbow. It's not too big. Still looks nice though. I'll go over a couple of these varieties that we harvested. So this poor little thing, this is a pink oxheart. They're usually much bigger than this, but this year everything is so dry and crispy. We've barely had any rain. The plants are struggling. The plants are barely producing anything like compared to last year. This is an early girl. Then we have an albino bullnose, bell pepper, and they do get orange, I've noticed, when they start to ripen. And then another early girl. The early girls this year, though, they've been varying, like, very much in size. And then we have a Dollar Tree cherry tomato, and these are actually really good. The 25-cent packs of seeds that you can get from Dollar Tree, like 4 for $1. So this is one of those. I tried one. It's actually really, really good. And then, of course, a Sun Gold. And then we have a ripe Tunisian Bakludi. These are also kind of small compared to what I've seen online. I think this is a Puma pepper. Also kind of small compared to what I've seen online. And then, of course, another Puma pepper there. And then here is, so I have to show this. All my early girls that I've ever had were generally around this size. This is usually all the bigger that they get, and you can see on the plant right there, they're usually all around this size. But check out this one. This is the biggest early girl that we have ever had. It's like twice the normal size. You can see like a normal size right here. And then this. Huge. Really excited to try that. And then you can see we have some Isis Candy Cherry, almost ready to pick. I noticed the other day when I was going through old videos that I barely have any videos showing off like ripe tomatoes. So I wanted to get a little video real quick before we slice them up. Here is the Dollar Tree cherry tomatoes. See those? They're really shiny. They were really sweet and flavorful too. Really liked those. And then the pink bumblebee, we've had a good bit of those. They were delicious. Of course, the Sun Gold, always a favorite. Very, very sweet. One more pink oxheart down there. I could probably go ahead and pick this, but I'm gonna let it ripen a little bit more on the vine. You can see another albino bullnose. See, look at the difference in color. So this is what they look like, at least for me, when they get ripe. And they vary in shape and size. This plant is very puny, doesn't get a lot of sunlight, doesn't get a lot of water, but they are like striking white. And I guess that's how they get their name. Very, very white. And then let's check all these. So this is the Ananas Noir. Ton of tomatoes on that. You can see some big ones. I don't know. Okay, so this is an early girl. They're intertwined a little bit. The Ananas Noir and the early girl. You can see some down there. And then check this out. This is the German Johnson. You can see one starting to ripen there. Starting to blush a little bit. We have another big rainbow. And these are usually huge. So, yeah, just shows how much water we have not gotten this year. And then a Cherokee Purple. Some pretty good sized tomatoes on that. Can't wait for these. These are always one of my top favorites. The Cherokee Purple and the Brandywine. And then we have Dr. Witchies. And it's getting sun scalded right here. You can see that. Really big tomato though. But we still have a nice one down here. This thing is huge. Another one at the bottom. And you can see some of the, I believe that is, yeah, giant Belgium. You can see the giant Belgium through there. Giant Belgium tomatoes. The Brandywine Black. But yeah. So I'm going to slice this big rainbow open. And maybe I'll edit this video and show what it looks like when I slice it up. I don't know if it's ready yet. It is a little soft, but still has green shoulders, but some tomatoes do have that. It is a little hard. I should probably let it ripen another day or two, but I'm just too impatient. I can't. I gotta cut it open. And we're probably gonna have it with some brown butter. If you've never tried brown butter tomatoes, oh my goodness, they are so delicious. You have to try it. If you like butter on your seafood, or like your crab legs or your shrimp, like that's what it reminds me of. Like, for some reason, just the brown butter over the tomatoes, it just reminds me of seafood. It's so good. The texture is so good, the flavor. I might start putting brown butter over everything now. But I'm gonna go try these and I'll let you know how it goes. Alright, let's see what this looks like inside. This is the big rainbow. So, probably could have let this ripen a little bit longer, but this is what it looks like. Really beautiful tomato inside, though. Okay, this is the pink ox heart. A little tough. Looks a little mealy. Let's cut it right down the middle. A little white in the middle, but still could be good. Has a lot of little seed chambers. It's kind of freaky looking. Might still be good, never know. Just go ahead and show you what this Dollar Tree cherry tomato looks like. I like seeing what they look like inside. I know a lot of you do too. There is the Dollar Tree cherry tomato. You can see it's got a lot of flesh. The skins aren't too tough. Really beautiful little cherry tomato. Let's cut open the Sun Gold. See what that looks like. So you can see all of the flesh. Nice and juicy. Very, very juicy tomato. Very sweet. See the green inside. Okay, and I have my brown butter here. I don't know if you can see these brown specks at the bottom. It's kind of foamy, but that's how it's supposed to be. I just put some butter in here in a little pan, put it on medium or 6, and let it get a little brown at the bottom. Okay, so one more thing that I would recommend if you like fresh tomatoes just sliced up from out of your garden, definitely get some flaked sea salt instead of just like table salt. This is so much better to eat on fresh tomatoes, and you can see this is the shape of the salt flakes. This, as of now, July 2023, this is $6.37 on Amazon. This is what it comes in, have a little bag here, and you can see there's really big salt flakes in there, and it's so good on a fresh tomato. And then you can get a little salt box just like this on Amazon. Also, I think this was like, I don't know, $7-8. You can see all the gorgeous salt flakes in there. Okay, so I'm gonna try a piece of the Big Rainbow with nothing on it, and then with some flaked salt, and then this one I'm gonna put some brown butter on. So let's try it. Now, I'm very critical of tomatoes because I hated tomatoes like my whole entire life up until 3 years ago. But now, having grown homegrown tomatoes, I absolutely love them, but I'm still put off by a lot of them. This Big Rainbow, of course, this is my personal opinion. It could be different from you. We all have a different taste. Taste is very subjective, but it is very tangy, not sweet at all. It's not mealy. It does taste like a very acidic red tomato. That's exactly what it tastes like. The texture is good. There's not a lot of juice. There's quite a good bit of meat. Very delicious tomato. I've never had an orange one. Well, I have from the grocery store, but I don't count that. Grocery store tomatoes just don't get ripe like they should. Therefore, the taste isn't that great. So this is with the flaked salt. So good with salt. Salt just really enhances that tomato flavor. Just makes it a little bit more pungent, more flavorful. Salt, really, really good. Always been one of my favorite ways to eat tomatoes. So let's try the brown butter. Actually, I'm going to take a little bit of salt and put on it, and then put it in the brown butter. I think that makes it extra good. Alright, let's try it. Brown butter, tomatoes. So good. That's the best way. Once you have had brown butter tomatoes, there's just no going back. I mean, the salt is absolutely delicious. Of course, by themselves, delicious. But the brown butter, oh my goodness, so good. It really, it just tricks my mind. It just, to me, just tastes like I'm eating like a big old slab of crab meat or something. It's so good. Alright, I'm gonna try this big old hunk here. Put some salt on it, a little bit of flake salt. Back into the brown butter. Get some of that charred goodness down there. Whoever came up with this, oh, thank you. It's so good. Alright, big bite. Wonderful. And since the salt and butter are combined, it really makes the tomato taste sweet, like in contrast to the salt and butter. So it does make it actually seem a little bit sweeter than it is. Alright, so this is the pink ox heart. I'm gonna go ahead, let's see, that's kind of big. Cut that in half. Don't mind my cat, she's singing in the background. We're gonna try it by itself. Really good. By itself, not sweet at all. This was a very, very, very tiny pink ox heart tomato. Probably wasn't all the way ripe. It didn't look very ripe in the middle, but it's still good. Not sweet, not mealy, even though it looked really mealy. The pith part right here actually doesn't bother me. I'm actually just going to skip the salt by itself and put a little bit of brown butter on it, because that's just the best. So get some brown butter and a pink ox heart. It's so good. I just can't get over how good that is. Okay, so this right here is the Dollar Tree cherry tomato. Just dip that in the salt that's already on the tray here. Take one bite on the side, just with salt. That is really good. The Dollar Tree cherry tomato, wow. I think it's really sweet. The skins aren't too tough. A little bit, but they're pretty thin. They're tough. They're a little tough, but they're thin, so it's not really an issue. Very sweet. I like the texture. Alright, brown butter time. This is going to be good. Yep. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. Alright, let's try the Sun Gold. Put it in a little bit of salt. Take a bite. Sun Gold, very sweet. Not very acidic. Skins aren't tough. Has a good bit of meat for a cherry tomato. And of course, you know what I'm going to say once I dip it in here. Sun Gold cherry. Yep. So good. That would be an amazing side dish. Or it would probably be good if you just dump some brown butter over slices of tomato and put it on a burger. That would be delicious. But that is, in my opinion now, the best way to eat fresh tomatoes. So I'm going to go ahead and finish these with all of this brown butter, and I'll see you in the next one.